Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Seeing some beautiful faces here. Hello, Angie. Feel free to come on camera if you're able to. So excited to have everyone here. So, if you are new to Lady Titans, this is our Spotlight series. So, welcome. We host one of these every single month. We bring in a different speaker, someone different who is bringing us a topic on leadership, personal development, culture building, anything like that. But we try to make something that's super empowering to all women here in our Lady Titans community. So, this is one of our monthly meetings. We also have the Lady Titans Lounge where instead of having an actual speaker or having an agenda and a script, it is completely unscripted, but it is a safe place, a girlfriend coffee chat, as I like to say, where you can be like, hey, has anybody ever done this? Or does anybody have any KPIs for this role or a job description on I'm looking to hire for this position? Or how do you do this in Service Titan? When I say the women in the Lady Titans Lounge are solving all the world's problems, that is a very true statement. So we are able to help each other grow and encourage and build each other. So happy to have you today. I've got just a few announcements before I get to the star of the show today. So if you've been here a while or you're brand new, you need some Lady Titans swag, okay? We have some fun new things in our swag shop. I'm going to drop the link here down in our chat. So if you want a Lady Titans sweatshirt, a t-shirt, we've got some really cool backpacks, we've got a blanket, all the things you need to be fully equipped and rocking your Lady Titan swag. And so if you place your order here pretty quickly, you'll be able to get it in time to have at Pantheon, which speaking of Pantheon, you know that is coming up and we are going to be having our Lady Titans block party, okay? You might be saying, what is that? Well, on opening night, Lady Titans is going to host our Sweet Shop Social, okay? We're going to have all the fun things. We're going to have an ice cream bar. We're going to have a dirty soda bar. Synchrony is making that possible for us. They are our presenting sponsor, and we are so excited. Last year, our block party was the talk of the town. We were painting the town red. We had so many different women in the room, and it's great to meet all of you guys virtually and see you on a Zoom screen. But you know what? It's even better when we can see you in person and hug your neck. As we like to say here in the South, hug your neck, okay? But if you are going to be at Pantheon, make sure that you are coming to our Sweet Shop Social. It is completely free to come. You can come and go throughout any of the other block parties, but that will be happening on opening night. So make sure you are carving out some time for us there. And then if you are also, you probably heard the news, but we have launched a Circle app, okay? And she might be like, what in the world is that? That is another place of how we can continue this community, continue this conversation in a different platform. So we have our Facebook group where lots of conversations and things are happening there. But Circle app is another way of how you can kind of take it to the next level. So we have a completely free platform where you can engage in different conversations. You can get updates and reminders about all the events that we have happening. And so I've dropped that link there in the chat. But then if you kind of want to take it to the next level and support the mission of Lady Titans, you can sign up for just $10 a month and get exclusive features into some of our more specialized chats and threads supporting our mission. And so it's only $10 a month, or if you sign up for the year for $100, it'll save you $20. But that just helps us to be able to empower our mission, be able to bring resources to more women in the trades. So I know we've got a lot of things going on. That's normally more announcements than I normally make. So I don't want to take up any more of your time because we have got a fantastic speaker today. Danielle Putnam, she is the CEO of the new flat rate, which we have some Lemon Seed clients that have been using the new flat rate. I've come across lots of other contractors where the new flat rate has really transformed their business and how they operate, the leadership that they bring. And so I'm so excited for Danielle to be able to talk to you guys. So she is a serial entrepreneur. She enjoys building and growing the new flat rate, coaching and sharing best practices with other small business owners, and dabbling in multi-unit rental properties. She is also honored to serve as an advisory board member for Women in HVACR and a board member for the EGIA Foundation to help promote more women in home services. She's been highlighted as a top 40 under 40 by the ACHR The News, recognized as the Service World Expo Woman of the Year, and past president of Women in HVACR. Danielle continues to work to build thriving businesses and organizations in the trades. Outside of the office, she loves spending time with her husband, cheering him on as he remodels historic homes and hiking with their four young children. So, Danielle, thank you for gracing us with your presence today. I am so excited. Anytime I get an opportunity to hear you speak, I know it's about to be a good session. So, thank you for being here today.
Emily, thank you. That was so kind. And I'm extremely honored to be here. It's my first time hanging out with Lady Titans, and I'm just so honored to be in this community for a moment. So thank you so much. Angie, awesome to see your beautiful face on here. Hello. Cindy Waldman, I see your cat thumbnail image, and we are getting our first cat. And the more I mention that, the more I am welcomed into the cat community. And so all of a sudden, I'm finding that there are more friends in the world than I knew that there was. We've always been dog people. And right now, we are on our search for our perfect cat. We've already bought all the toys and all the snacks and the food bowls and the water bowl, the electronic water bowl that keeps going like a fountain so their whiskers don't get wet. So we are all in on the cat. We don't have the cat yet. Any day
Oh
now,
my goodness.
Cindy, we will be a cat person too. So I'm excited about that. As we hang out together, ladies, please be very comfortable with the chat. The chat down on the bottom, please get really comfortable. I'd love you to unmute your mic, chat anytime in here, or comment. I know some of you are out in the field. Some of you may or may not be able to turn your video on. If you can, please do so that we can get to know each other better. And then, like Emily said, when you go to the actual events and go to Pantheon, and it's so much easier. Oh, yeah, I know you. I saw you. We're on a call together. So please get really comfortable with that chat because we're going to be talking in there today. Let me hit share. And I've got some slides up to chat through real quick. Everybody got energy? You ready to go?
Let's go. Danielle was rapping for us behind the scenes in the waiting room, so that might bust out today.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember all the words. It's been in my head, and the words actually might be bad, and I might not like to listen to them, but it's like, stop, drop, let it flow, let me hear that Tootsie Roll, boom, boom. Like, I don't even remember the words, but that song is stuck in my head from high school. If you know, you know.
Love it.
Well, Emily, thank you for the kind introduction. And as Emily said, I'm here with the new flat rate. And I just wanted to point out that over the years, our team has worked with thousands of HVAC, plumbing, and electrical contractors who were stuck undercharging for their services. And that's just what we did. We do pricing. We are a partner with Service Titan. We've got an API with Service Titan. We've got some wonderful mutual customers together. And so we're passionate about menu pricing, helping with pricing. But that got kind of boring. It just, oh, I do pricing. Oh, I do pricing. It got kind of boring. And so for the last couple of years, personally and with my leadership team, we've just been searching, like, what is our mission again? Sometimes you've got to re-find yourself and finding that mission. And finally we were able to be super honest about we are on a mission to stop the race to the bottom. It drives me batty when homeowners are searching for the cheapest repair price that they can find. And oh, you show up to do a great quality job and you've got your wonderful company and you show up and they're like, "Well, I thought it was going to be $29 for you to do that. Why are you charging me 500?" That race to the bottom of having to be the cheapest contractor, provider, technician in your area drives us batty. And so we want to stop that. And we're looking for help. How do we stop that? Well, it comes out right now. I'm working with Ripley PR doing a PR campaign, just releasing actual true data. This is what homeowners are paying for these services in Tennessee, in Georgia, in Texas, so that AI searches can actually pull true data of what's happening and homeowners don't have that misconception of what to be expecting. So, long story short, quick rant. That's what I'm really excited about, passionate about now is how can we continue to make sure that home service industry providers, all of us in the trades are getting paid what we're worth. And so we can provide better for our teams. We can, you know, help our companies build better, striving, wonderful places to be and to work and that we love. Anyway, that's the mission that I'm on. I invite you to join me. Any ideas that you have, suggestions for how we can continue to stop the race to being the cheapest, let me know. I am all ears. Thank you again for having me here. Like I said, it's my first time in Lady Titans. Really appreciate it. As a response to my thank you, I've got a giveaway for you today.
Oh,
Yes, this is
this
my
was a surprise. I didn't even know about this.
well, nobody does. Neither does Anna. Anna's going to be like, what?
Okay.
What? Okay, this is my favorite pair of shoes right now. So they're called Sneaks by Sarah Blakely. Sarah Blakely created Spanx, and I just am fascinated with her as an entrepreneur. Her husband, he's a runner. I'm a runner. I'm a recreational runner. I don't win, but I run. And he's a runner, so I love kind of following his content. He's a great serial entrepreneur. But these shoes, I have three pairs, and I'm going to give to you whoever interacts the most. Anna will grab your name and pop it in a spin wheel. And so today on the call, somebody's going to win a pair of Sneaks. But they are like running in tennis shoes, and they are a heel, and they custom fit to your feet, and you can choose your color. But they are my favorite shoes. So I hope you love them as much as I do. It has nothing to do with our talk today, just that I wear these shoes, and every time I do, people compliment. And they're like, well, where'd you get those? What are they? And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're called Sneaks. They're from Sarah Blakely. And someday I want to meet Sarah Blakely. But if I give away a pair of her shoes, maybe, I don't know, maybe she'll notice me someday. So that being said, can we launch a poll, Emily, for who?
Yeah. Let's see if it works. Launch.
Awesome. So that we can continue to get to know each other a little bit better and know who's here together. Please help us to answer. What trades are you in? Ready, go. You should see a poll on your screen. If you don't, chat it in. And if you want to win the shoes, which you should, be sure and chat some stuff in the chat box. You can even put your cat's name. HVAC and other. What kind of other we got? Siding, windows, doors, garage.
Can let us know down in the chat if you are one of those others.
Yeah, what are you into? That'll be cool. Or maybe you consider it different if you're in manufacturing or distribution. Primarily HVAC. Can you guys see the polls as well? Maybe not. We might have to
We're
share.
getting some answers. We've had about 8 responses on the actual chat, 9. So if you are seeing it, should be a pop-up window. Got
Uh,
about 12 now. Okay.
what best describes you? Owner, technician, office, leadership. No CSRs or sales. Interesting. Where do you spend most of your day? What brings you the most joy? Come on, guys, you got to answer this one. Do you love being creative, your artistry, hiking, your children, your fur babies? What do you love? What brings you joy in life? All right, we've been running for almost 2 minutes. So if we end the poll, then oh, wait, we've still got some answers coming in. Okay.
They're coming in.
Okay. My 8-year-old would say, I see you.
Well, and
Oh,
if you see down in the chat, there's numerous animals. We got chickens, we got dragons, all these things.
love this. Okay, now I see the chats. Okay. You have a bearded dragon named Trogdor, Jessica? Trogdor had to have come from like a movie, right? Where's that name from? Somebody else has a beardy? Kristen, listen to y'all. Tropical fish tank? Oh, Trogdor is actually something to remember. Oh, what's Trogdor?
Homestar Runner. I
No.
don't know what that is.
And Renee, you win. Okay. I'm still waiting for Trogdor. If you guys see it, let me know. Or unmute yourself, Jessica, and tell us what's Trogdor. Where are you?
Trogdor. Trogdor is an internet cartoon from the early 2000s in the days of Flash videos. It was like a dragon, but it was drawn by a guy named Strongbad, and it was really cool. You should Google it. You can find it on YouTube probably.
Well,
It's hilarious. It was probably more hilarious in my 20s, but I love it.
no, I love it. I'm going to be nerding out about it tonight.
Mhm.
That's what I learned today, guys.
Are we ready to end the poll, Danielle?
Yes, let's end it and share it. Thank you. Okay, appreciate your interaction, ladies. Nice. See how fun it is to get to know each other a little bit more by stepping out of our comfort zone and being involved. All right, so on the call today, we've got primarily HVAC, which is cool. So then we'll talk a lot about HVAC and we're going to guess at the other. And we've got owner's office leadership. Very cool. No technicians that we know of. Interesting. Where do you spend most of your day? Not sure what we answered.
Let's see if we. No, I'm not able to see that.
Okay. That's okay. And we did chat a little bit about what brings us joy in our chat. But as you think about what gives us joy, definitely put it in here. I'll stop sharing that. Thank you so much. It's helpful, and I love to get to know you a little bit better. Okay. This is just a great moment. You took time out of your day. I know you guys are all working. It's the middle of the day. You may or may not have had lunch yet. And I'm going to ask you to go all in with me for a minute by grabbing a piece of paper. And on that piece of paper, it can be your notebook, it can be anything. But we're going to take a minute. I'll set a timer and we're going to write out our average Tuesday because today's Tuesday. So it's easy to think of today, just on average, every week on a Tuesday. What do you do? What do you do on a Tuesday? Stay with me. Pull out your notebook and I want you to think about you. This is for you. This is about you. Be super selfish. What do you do on a Tuesday? What's your
Hmm.
Tuesday?
Any input for Thursday?
Go to work, Randy. Back to school. Very nice. Yeah. What do you do? What are these things that we do? If you're done, you can go ahead and put done in your chat. Let us know. If you need more time, give us a sign. All right. Thank you, ladies, for saying done. Okay. Now I'd like you to go ahead on the same piece of paper and make some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And list out the categories based on what it is you do on an average Tuesday. List out the categories for your priorities. Categories looking at what you're doing today might be work, health, family, finance, fun, food, fuel, friends. Like, what are some categories that you could categorize and list them out based your priorities, your marriage, your non-marriage. How do you prioritize? One is the most important. So what you value the most based on your day. Anybody have any category suggestions that I didn't say? Go ahead and share them with everybody.
I said my house because I feel like it's an ever-growing project.
Gosh, Renee, thank you. I have water pouring through my den ceiling this week. It's awful.
Yeah, always home stuff to do.
Yeah, I often feel like I'm a slave to my house. This weekend, I went through 2 contractor bags of trash, like stuff, kid stuff. Yes, so that's a great suggestion.
So, sorry, to be clear, are the priorities what we have to do priority? Like watering or sealing? Or is the priority like, this is what I want to be doing priority?
Good question, Courtney.
Mm.
Such a great question. So what are your priorities and what do you think is important? What's most important to you for your day? And how do you think that you're spending your time? So kind of mirroring that, like, all right, I'm spending time on my house. It's important that I have it taken care of. So I'm going to put that as a 3 or as a 1 or as a 5. Sleep, Randy. Yeah, I was running this morning with a running partner. We did 6 miles and well, there's a few of us. He says, you know, us ultra athletes, not me, him. He's like, we need 10 hours of sleep. That's so funny. Like, what is that? You lucky. All right. How are we doing on our priorities? We got some categories. Oh, I wish to. 7-month-old child. Yes, I understand, Kaylee. That's a high quality problem. I love that for you. The season will change. You'll get more sleep. 7 hours of sleep is a luxury. You'll get more in the future. All right. So we have our priorities and we've written out what we do on a daily basis. We're going to segue our mind for a minute and take just a quick little fun break because I love watching movie clips. Give me a thumbs up, Emily, if you can hear my sound. Oh.
I can do what I do. And I'm not going to prove that girl that she sent me for the Brazilian layout. I asked for clean, athletic, smiling. She sent me dirty, tired, and paunchy. Please, it's just, I don't know, drizzling. Where are the belts for this dress? Why is no one ready?
Who's there? Who are you dealing with?
I'm sorry, what's your name? Oh, Liz. Oh, it's Liz.
No, get away from her. She's useless and unattractive.
You have no style or sense of fashion.
Well, I think that depends on what you're...
No, that wasn't a question.
They're showing a lot of florals right now, so I was thinking I could
Florals? For spring. Groundbreaking. Is it impossible to find a lovely, slender female paratrooper?
No.
Am I reaching for the stars here?
No.
Not really.
Oh, hi.
Did you fall down and smack your little head on the pavement? There's some reason that Truth is, there.
We can talk about Devil Wears Prada all day. And in thinking about what we were going to talk about together today, I put together the thoughts of I stopped holding it all together. And Devil Wears Prada is a perfect prop, and we're going to come back to that. So we're going to pull a couple pieces in here together. I love Miranda Priestley in this movie. That was clips from Devil Wears Prada Part 1. I love how confident and powerful she is. She's an a-hole to everybody, and everybody expects it. And there's something about her that we love. We love that she gets away with it. She acts like that. And I was never a Miranda Priestley, but for forever, I felt like I needed to look more accomplished, older than I was, smarter than I was, or than I thought I was. I thought that I had to say yes to everything because, and I even had a coffee cup somewhere that says, say yes to opportunities. I thought that's how we could grow our business. Say yes to everything. And you hold everything together and you do it and you do it and you do it and you do all the things and you're Miss Perfect. And then I would constantly be dropping off my kids at daycare and all the other moms are like, how do you do it? Well, I mean, I don't. Everything's awful. I'm getting more wrinkles and more gray hair than anybody. And oh, that's not natural. You're blonde. Of course it's not. And so it's, you're trying to do all the things. And then I kept saying yes. And when customers would start saying, hey, this is my biggest problem in life, somehow I took that upon myself that, oh, I need to help you solve your problem. That's your biggest problem? Oh, okay, cool. I can do that. So as a serial entrepreneur, I bought a company. This was a couple of years ago. I bought a company that was going to solve everybody's problems. Now, I had a company that I loved, that I was busy with, but this other company is going to solve the world's problems. And it's not that I wanted to be a hero, I wanted to help, and I'm holding it all together. So we bought this company, we ran it for a couple of years, and it was really surprising to me that you can buy a company and you can say to the world, here you go. I brought you what you wanted. And then you hear crickets. Nobody bought the product. Nobody wanted the product. Nobody tested or used the product. And so we had all these meetings and did all this marketing and all this stuff trying to make this national launch of this product brand. And it was an utter failure. So much a failure. You guys ready for truth? Because we're hanging out here together. I refinanced 6 rental properties and took the equity to buy this business. So when we closed down the doors, at the time I was going to my chiropractor every week because I was doing a lot of running and I was training. And I'd be laying there on the table and he's not a conversationalist. He was like trying to be nice. So he'd be like, so Danielle, how's your company? How's work? I'd be like, it's fine. What about the other one? And every week I'd be like, it's awful. I'm hemorrhaging so much. We're just losing so much money. It's awful. I have to stop it, but I have to strengthen that muscle and I don't want to give up. That's the muscle that I don't want to work. I don't want to give up. I don't want to say no. And so every week he's like, hey, how's that other company? Are you still hemorrhaging? Yes. Are you still hemorrhaging? Yes. So finally, it was hard. It was very hard for me to pull the plug and strengthen that muscle in myself to say, you know what? We failed. This was a crappy idea. It was a crappy business, didn't work for us, and we shut it down. So you know who's still making those payments? Me. Still paying off this company that didn't work. It was the best lesson for me in growth. I called it another master's degree. I'm sure all of you ladies have plenty of them. Oh, there's a PhD. Oh, there's another master's. Oh, the other day somebody says, oh, you got one of those Harvard HVAC degrees? I'm like, yeah, let's get a t-shirt, Harvard HVAC right here. Because we've learned so much through trial and error, right? And chat in, please tell me I'm not the only one that has failed. But I had to stop holding it all together because when you're doing everything and you're unhappy and then you're failing and you feel awful, it sucks. So I love Miranda that she is doing what she wants. She's doing what she loves. But I personally couldn't hold it all together. I had to cut off what was hemorrhaging and get back into what is the main thing that is the main thing. We have one product, one vision. This is what we're doing. This is where we're going. And let go of the loss along the way so that we can grow in the future. Has anybody else ever done anything like that? Let me see your chats. Please tell me I'm not alone.
You're not alone for sure.
So hard. I had a dream last night that I was fixing an AC and I woke up so tired. Oh my gosh, I love you, Mary. Many times. Thank you, Nikki. It is so hard to let go and it does suck, but we have to do it, right? Because we can't hold everything together because we can, but it's not what we're supposed to do. And then we're not happy. And it's not the life that we want. I don't want to spoil it. Anna from my team's on the call and she's like, Danielle, you can't show clips from Devil Wears Part 2 because everybody maybe hasn't seen it. I could not wait to see this movie. And I think something about Miranda just speaks to me. It's not that I'm no fashion guru. It's just that something about her speaks to me. And I kind of feel it in my soul sometimes. And I don't know, I just love it. You know, those late nights, you're like, I just need something that hits me in my feels. I can watch Devil Wears Prada every day. So part 2, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I miss it in the theaters. And so then I'm trying to get it on early release and I miss it. And so then I have to pay $40 to get it in my Amazon account. And then I still couldn't watch it. So I'm like waiting and waiting. So finally, this one time I get to watch it. My husband and I are having a date night. I'm like, this is the moment we get to watch this. So he's like snoozing and I'm watching Devil Wears Prada 2. Again, I'm not going to spoil it for any of you guys who have not seen it, but here's what's fascinating right now. I believe, and definitely chat in here too, our industry is changing. It's so interesting. It's not just technology. Our industry is changing with the passing of generations. So the old Miranda Priestleys are selling, they're retiring, they're passing down to their children or others. They're There's a lot of things. You can chat in things that you're seeing too. We're having a shift. I have so many wonderful contracting friends that have gotten away with, and I say this in the best of way, my brother is one of them. They have yelled and yelled and yelled and yelled at their team for years. And that just doesn't work anymore. That was the old Miranda. Nowadays, it's not just that the political climates have changed and social media has changed and generations have changed. And again, you guys are smarter than me, so chat in here some of the reasons if you think of them. But this in part two, I thought it was brilliant how they showed time. 20 years had went by between the movies, and Miranda had to change. Now she still knew what she wanted. She still knew what she wanted. She was the only one that could do her job, and she was going to keep her job. But she had to start saying no, and she had to begin collaborating. So if you haven't seen the movie, definitely see it to watch the difference. Meryl Streep is brilliant as she's acting these two different roles. And I really see this same thing happening in home services right now is that we are having to be more creative and collaborative with how we let people work, how we let them show up to work, where they get to work from, where we're finding people. For forever, it was, I can't find any technicians. Nobody's going through trade school. Well, now I heard somebody the other day say, I can't find anybody from college. Now everybody's going to trade school. Interesting shifts that are happening, and we're having to adapt and we're having to change our leadership too. And I love that she has to start saying no because we can't be all things to all people and still be happy with our lives. Let me see what's happening in chat. Sounds like the perfect day. It was the perfect day. Yeah, this Miranda has changed so much in the last 10 years because everywhere she has been and what she has been through. You, Miranda. Yes. And we all have. We've all had to grow and we've struggled through things, but we're coming out with such different perspectives. I love what's happening in our industry. I love being in our space and our place right now. And then looking at yourself and where you want to be. As I started saying no to distractions and becoming more clear about our mission and what it was we were doing, I began to notice, and I kind of said this a little before, I can't help everyone with everything, and I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to be that enabler, but I can help them with their pricing and building value in who they are and what they provide and how they get paid what they are worth. I told you I want to stop this race to the bottom. So will someone pay 10 times more for your brand, your experience, your quality, your trust, your craftsmanship, your story, your exclusivity, for service, for perceived value? Will somebody pay more? Are you charging enough in whatever service or product that it is that you do? Are you charging enough? Are you charging enough to your customers? Are you paying your employees enough? Will someone pay 10 times more? This is like so cool. Are you guys still with me?
Yes.
All right. I know I can't see everybody, but for those of you who I can, Anna, my executive assistant, she's on this call. I'm gonna tell you about her and her creativity. People will pay you more money if you show them how to buy. It drives me crazy, and probably you guys too. Say you go somewhere and you like something, you might be at a market or you might be, you can give me an example. You're somewhere and you want to buy something, or maybe you want to try a new hairstyle, or you want to, maybe it's a service provider, something. And they're like, yeah, you can do that. And then you have to ask, well, how much does it cost? Well, how do I do it? Where do I sign? How do I buy? Like, it's such an awkward moment. I hate that. So you have to show people how they can buy more from you. They don't know, and they don't know how to ask. They shouldn't have to ask. It's our job to always make it easy for people to pay more and to buy more. So to build options, I want to, just because I have to, guys, I'm supposed to talk about pricing. I'd really rather just talk about leadership and being a mom, but I'm supposed to talk about pricing all the time. So that's why I'm throwing this in here. Bear with me. When you're pricing your services, your products, your company, your stuff, offer options because then people can buy more from you. To start offering options, here's how you do it. You think about the very best Emily, the very best value that I can provide you, the very best thing that I can do for you. You think about that and you start writing it down. Well, I could do this, and then I could do this, and then I could do this, and then I could paint it purple. Like you think about all the things that you can do, and that's your top option. So if you're doing whatever it is you're offering, good, better, best, think of the best that you can do, even if nobody takes it, and write all that value in there. And then you just take a couple things off for the options going under it. All of a sudden, you've got some options. So Anna, I was out of town the other day, and she's like, "Hey, can I borrow your what are they called? Oculus, your goggles?" I'm like, "Sure." She's like, "I need to, access some creative thing." So she had a high schooler. Do they do this in your town, you guys? The high schoolers, the seniors get to paint their parking lot. Okay, cool. So she had some a senior say, "Hey, will you paint my parking lot?" She's like, "Well, absolutely. Choose from the menu." And so a senior chose the silver. And let me show you the finished product. This is it. This is Anna on the left, and this must be Arlette. And Arlette chose the silver parking lot and paid her 300 or 350. Let me go back and see what color it was. Silver was $300. Well, no labor and material, 350. She paid her 350. So Arlette paid $350 for this parking spot. Now she could have paid $200. She didn't want $200. She could have paid 550. She didn't want 550. She wanted the 350 package. Just because Anna's like, "You know what? I'm going to give her some choices." And she bought more. When others are just out there doing it for free. So many other people were painting parking spots for free. And then others would come up to Anna and be like, "Wow, I love that. Will you do one for me too?" She's like, "Here's my menu. I don't do it for free." And then she got paid because she showed some options. So, in your world and what you do, I just want to challenge everybody today to consider, could I get paid more for what I'm worth if I actually showed the value and provided some higher options? People could buy more. And it worked on her parking lot. Isn't that cool? Help me give Anna a round of applause.
So cool.
I was proud of her. She's like, "Look what I did." Oh my gosh. All right. Now, are we okay with energy? Need any more? Where energy goes, focus flows. Go back to your piece of paper, thinking about you, your leadership, your pricing, your life, your family. I want to chat for a second about health. And I know that we're kind of going all over the board. It's super fun. Thinking about yourself and where you want to be 5 years from now, because earlier today we wrote out our average Tuesday. So now I want you to write out, where do you want to be in 5 years, your vision for you and your health. For me, my vision, to give you an idea of what I'm asking for, my oldest is 11, and I never want it to be the last time that I carry her to bed. It brings tears to my eyes. I never want that to be the last time. So when she's 16 and 5 years from now, I want to actually be able to, if she falls asleep on the couch, pick her up and carry her to her room. Now she's already almost as tall as me, and she's as dense as bricks. So she's already heavy. Carrying her to her room now is hard. When she's 16, I'm going to be 50. Am I going to be able to carry Palmer to her room when I'm 50? That's my health vision. I want to be able to. I'd like you to be honest with yourself. In 5 years from now, do you want to be able to still go hiking with your kids? Do you want to be able to be on a crew team? Do you want to be able to just get up and go walking in the mornings? Do you want to be able to be like the awesome moms or just awesome single ladies that go to yoga at 9 a.m.? That's when I will have made it in life, when I can be a 9 a.m. yoga girl. I'm like those 9 a.m.ers, honestly. So let's talk about you, not about me. What's your 5 year health vision? What do you want to be able to do? What do you want your life to be like? How do you want to feel in 5 years?
Tracy just wants to still be above ground.
Kelly, thanks for joining. I see you just got here. We're just writing out, take a piece of paper and write out in 5 years from now, where do you want your health to be? Maybe Angie's still going to be water skiing with family. Do you
I'm
ski
not
in-
very good at water skiing anymore. My kids are crushing it though.
Beth.
Hopefully holding grandbabies while my kids are doing that, right?
Oh my goodness.
Love that. Okay. Is anybody done or you need more time? All right. Now we're going to go ahead and list out again numbers 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is where we're going to get honest. Looking at what we put before in our categories for what was important to us and where we were spending our time. If we want to be where we want to be in 5 years from now, what would our priorities really have to look like? And to give you an example, I love to say, oh, well, my husband is most important to me, but I text him at noon every day. I don't even call him. Like I get so busy at work that I'll text him at noon just to check in. I'm like, do I think I'm going to be married in 5 years if I'm only texting my husband by noon? So where do I want to be in 5 years? Well, I want my marriage to be more important. So I should probably put that closer to a 1 than a 5. And my health, I want to be able to carry my daughter. So, my health needs to be not a 5. And it actually needs to be on this list because so often we think, yeah, we want to be alive in 5 years. We want to be healthy, but we're not doing anything about it now with what we eat, how we sleep, our routines. It's not even a top 5. Do we want our kids to be calling us? Do we want, what do we want? List out our priorities. So many people say, oh, my faith. Okay, well, do you do anything with your faith? Do you go to a church? Do you do the reads? Do you do the things that it takes? Do you take your time? You're meditating, whatever your faith is. Do you have that as one of your priorities where you're actually putting attention and time to it? And what this is supposed to be is really telling. What are our priorities today based on how we spend our Tuesday versus in 5 years, if we want to be healthy and we want to be happy and we want to say no. Oh, Anna told me to talk closer to the mic. Thank you, Anna. If we want to say no and focus on the right things, then we've got to get aligned. Our alignment has to be right with our priorities. So who will unmute and share with us? What are your priorities today and what would they look like 5 years from now if you made some changes? Who's ready to be honest?
Sometimes when you're talking like big picture, like 5-year goals, sometimes in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to run a marathon. Like in 5 years, like that can be achievable. But like I know like I'm not taking any like active steps right now to like work up towards running towards a marathon. And so sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to say that because like I'm not doing anything right now to make that a fruition or actually make it come to life within the next 5 years. So like, I don't even want to like say it until I know I'm doing at least something starting in that point.
Mm-hmm. Renee, Courtney, do you have any priorities? Did they change? Would you realign them?
Me, Courtney?
Yes.
Oh, it got totally realigned.
Please
I
share.
mean, well, a near-death experience does that for you,
Yes.
honestly. I mean, that's the crappy part of it.
Mhm.
But if I look back 5 years ago, prior to diagnosis, and I look at what I was prioritizing, and it's like,
Mhm.
dang, that's unfortunate. And it was funny because when I did my average Tuesday, my exercise is one and my sleep is two. And I own this business. I thrive off of this business, but I still am like, nope. It like and trust me, I'm the worst still at self-care. I really still am. But that's my attempt to
Yeah.
prioritize it. But sucks, but it wouldn't have happened unless
Mhm.
cancer had happened.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. And thank you so much for sharing.
Ooh,
And it is
yeah.
a thing. Okay, so then you probably can correct me if I get any of this, all of y'all correct me if I get this information wrong, but from what the little bit of scientific stuff that I know about us and our human bodies is that we have, give or take, about 30 trillion cells in our bodies. In every 84 days, we have 500 million new cells. So our bodies are incredible. They're constantly creating new cells. Every 5 to 7 years, mostly we are a brand new person. There's some things like maybe the eyeballs that aren't new, right? So again, like I said, you guys can chat in and correct me on which things don't get new cells. But mostly, as a human, your entire body is new every 5 to 7 years. Now, if you're detoxing, and so by detoxing, we get that, Courtney nailed it, with sleep. So oxygen is our life, and we have blood flowing through our bodies that moves the oxygen around. And if we are just sitting all day, we're not getting the oxygen moving the blood through our body. If we are not sleeping enough, then we cannot do what's called a glymphatic sweep. Your glymphatic system sweeps out and detoxes your body at night when you're sleeping. Well, you have to get into a deep sleep. So write this down: 3, 2, 1. You ready? 3 hours before bed, don't eat. And for us snackers, that's really hard, especially, I just want to have this. Lately, it's been chocolate chip cookies. So 3 hours before bed, you don't sleep. I'm sorry, you don't eat. Why? Is because you want your stomach to start, your gut to be a little bit less full so that your body, it produces melatonin from your gut, and you want it to be able to produce melatonin easier to get you into a deep sleep faster so that you can make the most efficient time of your sleep so your glymphatic system can detox your body while you sleep so that we can live longer and have more regenerative cells. This is good for us, right? We have to sleep. But we love to be like, oh, I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. I'm so busy. I'm this, I'm that. I don't want when people are like, hey, Danielle, what have you been up to? I never want to say, oh, I'm so busy because I hate that. If you're so busy, you don't have good priorities. You're not enjoying your life. I know everybody on this call is busy. We are busy women. That's why we're here. But I don't want that to be top of mind. Instead, I want to be like, oh, I'm doing great because I'm actually having family dinners lately. Like life is great. So, anyway, 3 is stop eating 3 hours before bed because you want your gut to be able to be more empty so you can produce melatonin. 2 is you have to stop working 2 hours before sleep. We got to start getting ready for rest. We can't keep taking those calls. We have to stop working 2 hours before sleep. 1 is to stop the blue light, the scrolling. Everybody put your hand up. All of us are guilty of late night in bed scrolling. Yeah, I just want to veg out for a second. And then 30 minutes later, you're still scrolling. And so that prevents you from getting into a deep sleep faster as well. So 1 hour before bed, do not scroll. Do not watch TV. And there's some of us, my husband's going to sleep with the TV no matter what. I lost that battle early in marriage and I just quit. I'm like, fine, but I've got my eye mask and I'm going to be grumpy about it for the rest of my life, but I'm not going to win that battle. He's going to sleep with the TV on. I'm probably going to live longer than him because of that. But he's not going to not do that. So the 3, 2, 1. Stop eating, stop working, stop the blue light so that you can focus on getting good sleep. The next thing is that you've got to go to bed at the same time and get up at the same time every day. This one is really hard. So we're not going to do all these things today. We're not going to change all of our habits today. I know that. But I just want to put the reminder in all of our lives of the bug in our ears. If we go to bed at the same time and we get up at the same time, then your body knows, oh, I need to produce melatonin. And then when you wake up, I need to produce, what is it, cortisol? Right? Thank you. Yeah. Sounds good. So I need to produce cortisol. When we hit the snooze button, anybody hit the snooze button ever? When we hit the snooze button, thank you, Renee, for being honest. All of a sudden, our body's going into confusion. Like, oh, I'm producing cortisol because it's time to wake up. Oh, you didn't want to wake up? Okay, let me do some more melatonin. Oh, wait, you wanted to wake up? Cortisol. Oh, you wanted to sleep? Okay, melatonin. And so you're producing chemicals in your body, which is amazing because your body does amazing things. But then you get up and you're groggy and you're tired all day long because you hit the snooze button. So it sucks. But we want to go to bed at the same time and get up at the same time so that our body can do what it's supposed to do. And then we're going to live longer. We're going to feel better. We're going to have more energy. And then we get to our 5-year health vision of, wow, this is actually where I want to be in 5 years. I want to be able to do the things that I want to do with the people that I want to be doing with them. I'm reading a book right now. So good, guys. Have you guys read Psychology of Money? It's amazing talking about where happiness really comes from. And the common denominator of happiness is the freedom of, and Tommy Mello, everybody says this all the time, the freedom of doing what you want, when you want, with who you want. And this book is so fascinating about, doesn't matter how much money that you have, but the common denominator for happiness is the freedom, the autonomy of your time. And so being able to afford to spend the time doing what you want to do. And we have to be healthy to be able to do that. And I think way too often as women, we don't prioritize our health. We give, give, give. We give to all our guys out in the field and gals in the field. We give to everybody in the office. We give and slave away all the time, which is awesome and why we're so cool. But at the same time, it comes at a cost. And so we have to say no. We have to start collaborating more. As leaders, choose our priorities of what's really important to us and realign with where we want to be. What's priority number one for you?
Danielle, was that book The Psychology of Money?
It was. You have to read it. I bought it and avoided it for forever because I thought that this brain on the front was really ugly. And I thought it looked like a smart book for finance people. And it looked really boring to me. So I just never read it. And finally, when I picked it up the other day, I can't, I mean, I rave about this book right now. It's speaking to my soul. Really love it. You know what? I'm going to back up for just a second. Before we end, thank you, Courtney, for sharing. Anybody else who will share some of your priorities? What changes do you need to make? Why are people smiling and laughing at me through the window? Anna? Does nobody else have any changes to make? You guys are all prioritized and aligned in your futures? Lori Recker?
I'm going on a vacation in 2 weeks, and I really think I'm going to leave my laptop at home with me.
Emily, I did that. I did that for the first time last month in my life.
It was good.
So proud of you. I left my laptop, I took off my Garmin, and I took off my Whoop band. I went watchless and laptop free for 2 weeks.
I think my biggest challenge is I know what I need to do in order to like get my priorities aligned, but I feel like sometimes like you have to do all this of like this other work in order to get to that point. And I think that's the hardest part is like picking and choosing because sometimes like it's one of those things where you have your to-do list is so long that you just like look at it and you're like, okay, maybe it'll get done another day. And then it just keeps getting kicked down the road. So I feel like that's like my biggest like mindset shift is I just need to start like breaking off smaller chunks and focus on those first so that that long list becomes much shorter over time.
That's so good, Renee. Who has feedback for Renee on what works for you? Like I write out my whole list in a brain dump and I pick three. Like three things I'm going to focus on. I might chunk away at one today. But who feels like they do a good job at helping when you have so much to do that you can share with Renee? Go ahead, Pam.
I can. What helps me, Renee, is thinking about the most minimal first step I can take on any task. So if I have like I have on my task list right here, I have like big chunky projects, and so I try to, instead of listing the big project, I try to list like what is the most low effort task I can do to like get moving on that. So like I saw some conversation on like going to exercise, right? So like the lowest effort thing I can think of for like going like getting yourself to work out or to go to the gym, or if you want to do that like first thing in the morning, is like set my alarm for 6 a.m. Right. So, like, instead of putting on your task list, like, start a workout plan, it becomes just like set my alarm tomorrow for 6 a.m. Like, that's doable and it takes 1 minute to do. And, like, in your brain, the friction of the task is so much lower than like this big, huge thing that in your brain you think, oh my gosh, it's going to take me forever to get there. It's going to take me forever to train for this marathon. It's going to take me forever to do this thing. But if you can lower it to the lowest effort possible, it can help like snowball affect everything else. So I try to break all of my tasks into like the tiniest micro movement I possibly can.
That's so good. Pam's really smart. I just met Pam for the first time 2 months ago. Thank you for that, Pam. I know we're at the end of time and I want to give away a free pair of shoes. So I'm just going to throw in here, and if you'll put my link on here, if anybody wants to talk strategy about their life, their priorities, their pricing structures, schedule a time with me. I'd love to talk. I'm not the world's best at everything and I can't solve everything, but I'd love to be a great sounding board for you, especially if it comes to pricing. If you're wondering how you should price your services, if you should make any changes, if you shouldn't, drop my link in there. Anna, thank you so much. And I'd love to talk to anybody that wants to talk about pricing, life, balance, priorities, all the things.
So
Okay.
good.
Who is our winner of my favorite pair of sneaks in the world? Like I said, please pick your own color.
Okay, I have added everybody that has participated in the chat. Let me see if I can share my screen.
You want me to stop sharing? And I'll give you a drum roll.
Let me get this.
Thanks, Kristen, for the drum roll. That.
All right. Are you ready for the drum roll?
Ready.
All right, go ahead.
No. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous.
We know her.
Hey.
Yes. I think she already left the call. But I'll see if I can get an email and let her know that she's our winner.
Oh, that is so fun.
I hope she loves him. I can't wait.
Yes,
Well,
we're so
Danielle,
excited.
yes, thank you so much for sharing today. I mean, I was taking tons of notes. I have a whole sheet here of all the notes and how we can help reshift our mind to reprioritize things. And thank you for being so generous with the pair of sneaks. Now we're going to have to make Angie, she'll make us all jealous and posting pictures of wearing the sneaks and being in all the things and stuff. So, but thank you for sharing your time today, sharing the sneaks, sharing your insights. One of my favorite quotes that you just said, like, if you're so busy, you don't have good priorities. And like, what a good, just like, and like, just like how in a business, it's not a race to the bottom of how cheap can our pricing be. It's not also a race to the bottom of how busy can we be, or talk ourselves up to other people. Like, I'm so busy, I'm so busy. And you're right. If you are that busy, you don't have good priorities. And when we all prioritize what's important to us, our own health, our own children, our husbands or significant others, oftentimes those things we're busy with, it's not those things. And so thank you for that reminder today and for sharing all of your insights. So if you want to learn more about Danielle or just connect with her on another level, see there in the chat, Anna dropped her information to where you can connect. And so ladies, thank you guys for joining us. I will drop in the chat again just how you can join our Circle app where you can get up to date on all the announcements, things coming up. I did forget to mention one little announcement at the very beginning about our workshop coming up on August 25th, presented by Home Service Freedom. It is called the Booking Blueprint, and how it's all about booking the call and how you can turn that into actually book jobs. So that will be in the Circle app where you can sign up as well. It's $20, or if you are a Lady Titans Plus member, it is free for you. So another reason of why you should pay that $10 a month to be on Lady Titans Plus. But thank you all for being here today, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you, Danielle.
Thanks, Emily. Thanks, y'all. Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.